Hey guys, okay, so I just wanted to come real quick to give you all like a comparison video. I get this question all the time, especially from those who are beginners and wig wearing and things like that. Like, what closure size or frontal size is the best to start off with? My number one answer is a 4x4. A 4x4 lace closure is the best for beginners because it's less hassle, it's less of a maintenance, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's not much you can do with a 4x4 lace closure. It's literally from right here to right here. So you can either have it parted down the center or parted to the side up until like right here, unless whoever installs your closure or whoever makes your closure wig has it to the point where you can get a deep side part. You're not really going to have as much versatility with a 4x4 lace closure. A lot less hair is being used in a 4x4 lace closure, so if you try to do the half up, half down, the little ponytail that you'll get from that style, it's gonna be quite thin. So you probably would want to go into a 5x5 lace closure just for that added fullness and added versatility. This is a HD 4x4 lace closure, so it is literally just 4 inches across and 4 inches down. There's not much you can really do with this lace piece except for parting it down the center, because you see, if you try to part it down to the side, it kind of curves a bit. I know some vendors give you like the square closure, but if you're doing like HD lace, it's going to be like a round type of design. So yeah, this is a 4x4 lace closure. Like I said, it only goes from like right here to about right here. Some people who like the frontal effect, they like to go towards like the 5x5, which is by far my favorite. So when you have the 5x5 compared to the 4x4, you can see the difference that 1 inch makes. The 5x5 lace closure is perfect for beginners as well. It allows you to part your hair down the center, to the side, and you can also do other hairstyles like the half up, half down style. You could braid it, you could put a little, like maybe 1 or 2 braids down the center, and it'll give you much more of the frontal look that a lot of people like to go for, with the baby hairs in the front and all of that. So yeah, I highly recommend for beginners a 4x4 or a 5x5 lace closure. Honestly, 4x4 is for like super baby beginners in wig wearing, but the 5x5, this right here this is where it's at. Even for those who are like experts and all of that good stuff, when you want a grab and go wig and you want it to look laid and all of that good stuff with the baby hairs and the swoops and all that good stuff, I know a lot of girls that go towards, the 5x5 lace closure. So yeah, I highly recommend for beginners a 4x4 or a 5x5 lace closure. Now, for the girls that got their big girl panties on when it comes down to wearing wig and things of that sort, we have the 6x6 lace closure. I don't recommend this for beginners. This is when it gets a little tricky. You have these side pieces right here, right, that we tend to have to cut so that we could lay the closure down and get that little frontal effect off to like right about here. So if you're not too familiar with wearing or installing your closures, this part right here after it's cut off might kind of trip you up a little bit. So you would have to end up, even if it's a glueless wig, you may end up having to spray just a little bit right there just to keep this tab down a bit. But it all depends on how your wig was made, or if you got a factory made 6x6 lace closure wig. I no longer offer factory made 6x6 lace closure wigs because the factory that I was working with, they were making, the way that they were making the 6x6 closure wigs, it's like, it just fit weird for my clients with smaller heads. I would always get emails saying like, is this how it's supposed to fit? Because I ordered a small wig. For some odd reason, the way that it would sit on my customers and clients' heads, it would not sit in a nice way. So I only recommend, personally, for me and my business, I personally recommend 6x6 lace closures to be either installed or for a custom wig to be made. From my experience so far, the factory made 6x6 lace closure wigs, they're not really fitting those with smaller, you know, 20 to 21.5 circumference head sizes. They're not really fitting how they need to fit. But if you are a average, medium to large head size, you can definitely go for a 6x6 factory made wig. But that closure might not be as full on that wig as it would be with a regular lace closure. So 6x6 has definitely been another staple size for my business. I noticed a lot of girls love the versatility because it just allows you to have more of a deeper parting space whenever you want to switch up your part. It's easy to do. You don't have to worry about, you know, covering the track so much because a lot more hair is used on a 6x6 lace closure. So this is a 7x7. So this one can definitely give you frontal vibes. If you want a glueless frontal wig, I would rather you go for a 7x7 closure, or just have whoever's making your wig cut the frontal to about 11 inches, just so that you don't have to deal with that flap down here and you can still have the whole frontal look, but just not the hassle of dealing with the tabs right here, because that's the part that a lot of beginners in wig wearing struggle with. Dealing with the flap right here. How is it a glueless wig and I still have to spray? Got to be sprayed. If you are getting a frontal wig made and you think that you don't need anything to like lay it down, lay the lace down or melt it down, you're sadly mistaken. It can fit right, but that lace just needs a little bit of help to just adhere or lay down. I offer a lace gel. It acts like glue, but it isn't. It just gives you that added lay, that added melted look without the, you know, without the irritation that some lace glues may give your skin. I just wanted to put that out there. I have a love-hate relationship with this closure, and I do not recommend it for beginners because you would actually have to manipulate it just a tad bit to get it going as far as like wear. But versatility, baby, you can do it all with this. The same thing that you can do with the frontal, you can definitely do with a 7x7 closure. I'm hoping soon enough that these factories will start making like 7x5s. You get my drift? Like 7x5s or 7x6 closures. I don't know who's really parting their closures or frontals all the way down here, but if it was like 7x5, it would be perfect because I love the 5x5. It's like right where your crown back here is about to, you know, get to crowning is where it stops, and it's like that's perfect because the closure just lays a lot better. With this closure, a lot of the times I find myself cutting off this extra 1.5 inch just so that I could have like a 7x5, because like I said, it lays right here and it lays flat. You know, the 5-inch length, it just lays right here and it lays flat. That's pretty much all that I have for you guys. In my humble opinion, I honestly recommend a 5x5 lace closure for beginners and for those who want just that added versatility with wearing their wig. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.